hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, line it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanley finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Stanley. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green.
Back to throw. Stanley. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down. Stanley. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
To throw on 3rd down. Stanley. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 41 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Come on.
Wentz going to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On first down, it's Gurley. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Quiet. Here we go. 20.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Now Wentz will keep it. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Carson Wentz taking it in. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys! Hey! We got 4.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this.
Gun! 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 Hey. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down. Stanley throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And they'll go on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stanley. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a handoff working right, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, got three down.
Looking to throw. Stanley. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Detroit!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
81.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The give to the fullback on the dive. And down he'll go at the 25. So we've reached... Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanley, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
We got three, fellas. Watch it now, Barney.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit.
From the gun, Stanley finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Stanley. Flushed out right. And his pass incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Lions on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5.
Detroit!
This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Well, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Lions add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Wentz again. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Wentz now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now Wentz being chased out left. He gets it to Gurley, complete. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from the 1. Wentz now to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 3rd and goal, Gurley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. That's caught. It's Thomas. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, "We don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision."
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.